Okay, this will be an interesting one if we can make this turn up nice. So we're just going to go here. How big are we going to make this? That'll be a good question. Just going to do that. Going to make it really contrasty. We're going to lighten it a bit. So this one will be an interesting one if we can make it look good. I think we're going to leave the cyan out. Going to drop the cyan. And the black is just going to stay in the middle. So let's see if we can make this look good. Okay, what is it? It is a sticker that says High-Tech Oils. Interesting. See if we can make this look good. Let's see if it'll look good. See if we can align it nicely on the glass. Just nicely like that. Just like that. And let's see how we go. How big are we going to make it? That's a good question. I'm thinking the vertical's going to be 400, and the horizontal is probably going to be 300 or 300 and something. Going with 300 to start with and see if we've got the positioning and the enlargement pretty well spot on, which would be good. Let's see how that looks. Well, we've made it too long and it looks too... The red looks good. Now you got some black. I'm wondering if maybe we should add the more black in. But we've made this look shit house. Off center. The whole thing's off center. This looks terrible. I don't know how I'm going to make this work. We'll soon find out. I think we've made it. The positioning is no good. And the enlargement. So we're going to... fuck. Now I'm going to have to move it up a bit. Because 400% is a huge amount. And we're going to move it... I think we stuck it in the wrong place on the paper. We didn't get it... It's not easy judging this. It's quite difficult. So we're just lining it up like so. And see what happens. So this looks shit house, and I think 300% is way too extreme. So we're going to go and make it 250, and that's going to stay on 400. We just got to get the positioning correct. See how it goes. I forgot to put more black into the image. So let's see how this looks. It's still off center. I think we pushed it too far up. I think we've got to push it down that way, and we need a bit more height. So I think we've totally fucked it again. So it's not an easy one, this one, and it's also crooked. It's just looking shit. So we're just going to drop it down a bit. And we're going to enlarge it. Maybe we're just going to play with the buttons, guys, while I'm at it. So we're just going to leave it at that height. And let's see if we can make it a lot better than this. So we're just going to do that. And the X is going to be... going to make it a fair amount bigger. We're going to make it 290, and the vertical's going to remain on 400. And we're just going to go and we're just going to add in some extra black So that should hopefully reproduce a lot better. Let's see how that goes. Let's see if we've made this fit nicely. It looks almost pretty well in the centre. It looks crooked though. It looks on an angle, which is annoying. But it's nearly there. We just have to, just trying to decide which way I have to turn it. So I have to turn it this way, I think. So to the left. So we have to turn it a little bit to the left because it's crooked. I don't like it crooked. So I'm wondering, it doesn't look, maybe it's because it's the way I put the sticker onto the paper. Maybe it was crooked to start with when I just put the sticker on. So now we're still going to make it a bit bigger on the horizontal. So we're just going to go here, and we might take it back up to 300 now that we've got the positioning right. So we're just going to make this smack bang 300. And I think, let's see the quality of that. The quality looks good. It's really nice. We've got the extra black that makes it look, that gives it that extra look to it, that niceness. But this is going to be a master copy when we finish this. So we're just trying to make a really good master copy out of this. Or we may not need a master copy, come to think of it. I'm not sure. We look like we've gotten rid of the crookedness. It's a bit off centre. I think we're still a bit, I'm just wondering if we're going to worry about that or just leave it like that. Still not as good as I was hoping it would be. It's not as well centered as I was hoping. So I'm wondering if we're going to blow it up bigger. If we're going to make this, I'm going to make it 310. This is not an easy piece to do, I must say, folks. Okay, let's see how that looks. That looks a lot better. I think it's just about the same space straight up and down. So it's not perfect anyway, like in this side. It looks crooked still. I don't know. I'm wondering if we're going to do another, or we're going to maybe fix it up when we use this as our master copy. So we're going to just get rid of this, the original. This is finished with. And we're just going to pull that off and recycle the paper. Now we're going to work with this one as our master copy. So we're going to maybe do a little bit of a correction with this up and down bit. We're just going to put it like that, and we're just going to cut a little bit off and maybe, I'm going to do this. Stretch it, just trying to center it a bit. I don't know if that's going to work. We're just going to go now, and we're just going to, how am I going to do this? We're going to just kill off the settings, and we're just going to deal with the vertical. I'm going to make the vertical 100 and 105. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to go from full colour, and we're just going to switch over to single colour. We're going to start with black and yellow, but we've still got to set things up properly. So the text enhance will remain. Contrast full blast, what a rhyme that is. Centre that, and I think, let's see if we can make this look better. If we've actually fixed the centering problem. We don't normally do these fit-to-page demos very often. I normally get more fancy with movement and mirror imaging and shit like that, but it's nice to do things a little bit differently, and now I do see that we've got to push that down a bit further, so got to enlarge that a bit bigger. It's not perfect. The colour looks good, at least it looks good. We're now just going to add some more enlargement to the vertical. We're just fine-tuning our image. So I'm thinking maybe 110. We're just going to take an extra 5% bite out of this image to make it centered. Hopefully it'll be centered. I didn't want to play around with the master copy, the original, because it was just too fiddly, too much trouble, and I think we've made it too big now, so I'm going to have to somehow make that smaller. That was no good. I'm actually trying to think, yeah, that's just no good, so we're just going to go back and maybe make an even smaller enlargement. We're going to go back from 105 and we're going to make it 103. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still having trouble trying to work this one out to try and centre it, to move the original up and then enlarge it down. Let's see how this looks. We might have fucked it up, but it looks all right. It looks not perfect. It looks better. I'm wondering if we can dare to take another snick off this, or maybe. Shit, it's not easy. I don't think we can fix this. Just thinking if we're just going to leave it like that, if we're just going to accept a certain amount of imperfection in this. So we're going to now print off so we're just going to keep it like that, and we're just going to print off black and red. We're going back to black and red this time. So we're going to just make this into something interesting. Okay, so this is our red. So we're just going to put these in an arrangement. It's not perfect. I'm still disappointed about that being too close and that being far away, but shit, it's so hard to get it right, folks. It's so hard to get it the way I want to get it. I like to do things as close to near perfection as possible, but often I don't get there. I'm very far away from it, more far away from it than I'd like to be. I just hate fucking things up. I just hate having to settle. And when I settle, I feel the demo's a disappointment rather than it was worth doing. And if it's a really prolongated demo like this one, well, I just feel it's pointless, almost pointless. I still upload them to YouTube anyway, even though they're shit. But now we're just going to print off our fourth and final colour, and that's black and green. So yeah, I just get easily miffed and disappointed with my demos when they don't shape up as well as they should, and I just get an image that just doesn't ring true with me, and it looks shit house. It doesn't look as nice as what I was hoping the original would look, the copy would look of the original. Especially when I get a really nice looking original that really looks like it's worthy of a good demo, like it's going to really, it's a sure thing, so to speak. We all know about sure things in life. You know, if something's a sure thing, you think it's going to win, it's a winner, and it's not going to fuck up on you, and I just nudged that out of place. This is not a mirror image, so if it's a bit uneven, it shouldn't be a problem. It's just a bunch of anyway, I think now we can call this quits. This doesn't look too bad, even though it's far from perfect. I think now, yeah, we can leave this one. Gotta go.